G'day mate, welcome back to Factorio with me, Jetty. We're back in our SubX Redux series, and today Jetty gets to play with smarts. A lot of smarts. What I need to do is I need to slow down the rocket launches and then upgrade our second rocket alley and have it launch as well. The problem is, you might notice that we turned off the master combinator, we got them all in sync, and then we turned it back on, and you know, they're all in theory meant to be in sync, and as we can see by the one rocket that launched early, they're not in sync anymore. So in fact, I'd call them way out of sync. So what we need to do is we need to, as I said, force a master set of combinators that is going to launch every silo in sync together, and then have a 30-second offset that's going to launch the second rocket alley. So, with me doing a whole bunch of smarts, there is going to be much yelling at the screen, much screaming at the screen, probably smashing your forehead on the keyboard, and with all that said, we're going to run the intro. So with the intro out of the way, first thing we're going to want to do is we're going to find a little spot where we can start playing with smarts. Now, I want a constant combinator, and then I want a standard combinator, and we're going to do some smart things. Okay, first off, we're going to have you output 1 green, and I'm going to say if you have 1 green, green is greater than 0, output the input count of greens. Yes. And can I get a power pole? Thank you. A little bit of red wire. And where's my red wire? Yeah, craft a little bit of that stuff. Okay. So, straight away, we've got some sparks. We have a green and being output. If I turn this off, we don't get green out here. If we turn it back on, we get a green output. So, next thing I'm going to do is add a few more combinators. Nope. I wanted that power pole back. Actually, power pole. No, we'll put a power pole over here. So what I want to do is I want to wire from the output of 1 to the output, to the output, to the output. Yep, we're just going to wire input to output, input to output, input to output, and then there's 5 of those. Can I get 6, please? And how many is that? 26, 30. Power pole, power pole, power pole, remove all the wires, go output of you, into you, into you, into you. So, we've made a loop that definitely works, but the important thing we're going to demonstrate right now is if I turn this off, obviously it turns off. If I turn it back on, you might notice there's a small delay between me turning it on and it coming out the other side. If I wire your input, so I need you to go away, you to go away, you to go away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I repeat this back this way. There's something that a lot of people don't realize about combinators is they actually build in a delay in sending your signals. So we definitely are outputting a green signal, so therefore everything's working. If I turn that off, that took a while to get here. So every single time you have a combinator in a smart configuration, it adds a 1-tick delay, and because I happen to have 60 of them now, I've actually added a 1-second delay. And I need to add a 30-second delay, so obviously I just need to take this and just duplicate it 30 more times, and that's a 30-second delay, right? And that would actually work perfectly for what we want. It would take up a whole bunch of space and be an absolute nightmare to walk around and walk through and deal with, so we're going to go with a slightly alternative option. Our alternative option, if JD remembers how to do smarts, because I'm not good at smarts, I'm the first one to admit that, is we can have one little combinator count all by itself. And I can have you output a signal of 1. And we can have you do, if 1 is less than, let's go with 60. Output the input count of 1. And as you can see, that's just counting up to 60 over and over and over and over. And when it gets to 60, it resets back to 0. Okay? So that's a 1 second delay right there. Much smaller than what we've just built here. If I wanted to have, let's go with 600, that's a 10-second delay because there's 60 ticks in a second. So if I'm doing 600 ticks, that's a 10-second delay. More importantly, if I put an inserter here and I wire it into this combinator, and then have us up a couple of chests, you'll do. And we'll put some... Nope, the bot stole my steel. We put some pipes in there. Nope, they're stealing that too. Pipe Mark 2s. No, they're also stealing that. What aren't you going to steal? Beacons. No, they're stealing that too. Whatever, we've got some stuff in a pipe. In a thing. If I set you to enable condition, if 1 equals 1, it should mean every single time this resets, that inserter is going to flick. Just once. Hey! Magic. So this inserter now only ticks over once every 600 ticks, which is once every 10 seconds. Is it moving? Yeah, it's moving whole stack sizes as well, so I can't argue. So we have right there, that is our, what, 60 seconds? No, 10-second delay. I need to set you to 360 for being once every minute. So that's our once every minute delay clock. Yes. Okay, next we're going to need the existing smarts here, which I have no idea how this works. Okay, I obviously need one of them and one of them. Come on. Okay, so you're set to... That and that are literally just filtering that to an item. Which realistically doesn't need a filter because there's only going to be one type of item in this box. You're setting if there is... Alright, why are you not flicking? What makes you flick? If yellow is equal to 2. Where do you get a yellow equals 2 from? Nope. Nope. Where do you get a yellow equals 2 from? What? Okay. Where did you get that signal from? Okay. Alright. Where do you get a yellow equals 2? If the... You have to be hooked up to another wire. Alright. You throw a signal to that wire that comes down to all of this. away for a second. Actually, let's just copy all of that, because it's a little bit bigger than I thought it was. Because it's a little bit smarter than I thought it was. We'll remove that. So, we actually have two counts going on here. We have, if we have the correct amount of rocket fuel, low density structures, rocket fuel, and rocket control units, that you output one yellow signal, i.e. you have enough materials that the silo should be full, should be ready to go. Only at that point, and that you have at least two pieces in here, do you get the OK signal to put one in there and therefore hopefully get a launch signal to run. Okay. So we need to we need to design our smart system from the back to the front and the front to the back. Yes, that definitely makes sense to me. Alright, so we're going to have a multiple stage of smarts here. Alright, you can go away. You can go away. You can go away. What other weird shit do I have in my inventory? A rocket silo. Yeah, we're going to ignore that problem for a minute. Okay, so you guys are reading... You're reading what's in this box. And you're saying... Once... You're outputting a green. So if I have... If green signal equals 3, which it should do, output... Can I do a rocket? Ha-ha! Sure, rocket part stack at 25. Output rocket. No, if that equals 3, output one rocket part. Output one. How about one rocket silo? So if these three things are ready to go, we can output one rocket silo. Alright? So power pole. One rocket silo. Which actually means 2 rocket silos because they're done in pairs. But that's a moot point. Okay, so if we've got one rocket silo, we know the silo is ready to launch. Next thing we need to do is we need to do an internal count on the amount of items ready to go. So again, if I was to copy that section, paste it back up here, except I don't want that. Your filters are set really weird. They shouldn't be set like that. Oh, it's wrong. That should have whatever one I copied that from. I copied that from shields. -1. Copy that back to... Where the hell did I copy that from? That one. Fixed. Alright, so that gives us one rocket part. If I can then do box contents to there and do a read contents, I need to get this inserted to work. This inserted to work. Do I care? I only care if it's in that secondary box. So in theory, actually, I can just do that. They should just be normal inserters. Okay, so I should get the one item I want to launch plus one silo. This is already cramped in. Can I move you to... I need more space. I'm gonna need more space. We're gonna go move to there. Yeah, I know. You got heaps of rocket parts in my inventory. I don't really want them. Okay. I need to get... Which one was the one we copied? That one. So I need to get that half of the build as well. And paste it there. Except I don't want that combinator, those combinators, that combinator. I just want you two to be normal, boring inserters. I want that bit of red wire. No, I want that to hook into there, and I want that. Can't reach that hook in there. Okay, so we're reading the box contents, we're reading all the items, we're outputting them to this combinator right here. Am I happy with that placement of that combinator? I think I am now. So it's saying 1 rocket silo. I really want it to say 2 rocket silos. Because it's technically 2 silos. Input count. If I say input count... I have the combinators on the other side, so there's nothing stopping me doing this. And then going there to there, there to there. And that'll give me 2 rocket silos. Yeah, let's do it that way. Which is stupid, because they're reading off the same requester chest, so it really doesn't matter. Can I read off that belt, that belt, that belt, that? No, I can't read off any of these things. With... with the wire connection. I don't have room. Well, I could add a single belt section here so I could read off the directly belt, but it's just not worth the hassle. Okay, so that's saying 1 rocket silo. That's saying 2 rocket silos. I do need to hook into this inserter and this inserter. So they have a if you're ready to go launch signal. Or some such thing. Yeah? Yeah, you can tell how confident I am in these smarts. So what are we doing? We're counting the amount of rocket silos that are ready to go because they have rocket parts. We're then doing a... If I do one of those and I say... What are you outputting? You're outputting one of those items. So if I do a... one of those into there, we do... Nope. Well, the other top combinator, I think. The, in my books, more complicated one. Okay, multiply by -1. Each output each. Okay, you're waiting on an FTL drive. Why are you waiting so long on an FTL drive? Oh, there it goes. Okay, so this should reset in a second, and it says -1 to everything. Okay, so if it says -1 to everything, and we do another power pole there, we should be able to do... So that's subtracting the 2 items I've got. Yeah. Okay, and then I want to remove the S3 as well. So let's do a constant combinator. Into there. We're going to go S -3 to negate that signal. Yeah. Okay. So at this point, if I have... At this point, if I have a decider combinator that says rockets, rocket silo equals 23, output 1 go signal. Where the hell is one of them? So, only if I have 23 rocket silos. So let's get our imaginary, however many rocket silos we need. Come on. Craft faster. So I already have 2. So if I happen to have 21 other rocket silos ready to go, we'd output 1 green signal. Okay, at the same time, I'd need to have... I want to confirm that I have all the other rocket parts. But I prefer not to do it with, what, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I prefer not to do it with 10 other combinators. And that's why I'm looking at this. If I can get this to output and say nothing, then launch. But there's no good way to have you say nothing. Okay, so let's just assume we use 23 combinators. Or whatever it happens to be. So we're going to do a... That one, a protection field, we need 1 of. So if protection field equals 1, output 1 green signal. Just copy all those across. Wire up all the outputs together. So you're now... Oh, because it doesn't. Okay, never mind. All right. Fusion reactor is that one. Yes. Fusion reactor habitation. Because I have a habitation in one of these, it's now outputting 2 green signals. Yes. We want a life support. We want an astrometrics lab. That one. We want a command center, right? Yep, we want fuel cells, those ones. That's still not gonna work. Whatever. Our fuel cells are wrong anyway. So fuel cells, thrusters, hull components, FTL. Okay, so fuel cells would have to be 2 anyway. Research. Sure, go away. So fuel cells would have to equal 2. Thrusters would have to equal 4. Hull components would have to equal 10. And the all-important FTL drive would have to... No, FTL drive would have to equal 1. Okay, so after we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 different components, plus the silo itself, so 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we'd have to have another combinator here. And you would be wired in. And you'd say if green equals 11, output 1. What's an interesting symbol we can send? Yeah. Let's go with rocket. Okay, we're going to output 1 rocket. Yes. And after we get 1 rocket, so then we need... Oh, gosh. So, then we're going to need this memory configuration that we had back here. You. Up here. Do you have to be there, substation? Possibly. Can I have a bit of copper cable, bit of copper cable, bit of copper cable? Where the hell's copper cable? Intermediates. There it is. It auto trashes. Alright, can I have a bit of copper cable again? Thank you. What? Thank you. Okay. Alright, so then we have you outputting a thingamajiggy bob, so you're only going to turn every... whatever it happens to be. We want to set you to... yeah, so you're only going to turn once every... well, okay. Nick off with all the things then, base. Alright. So you're only going to move once every 10 minutes. No, once a minute. You're going to move once a minute. So I need to have this inserter... have this signal and a second signal. So if rocket equals 1, I need an AND condition. Do you do AND conditions? I've got one. Okay. No. You don't really do AND conditions. Or AND. Okay, hang on. So if rocket equals... rocket and something. And 1. Output... I don't know. Rocket. That one will do. I want a constant combinator. We're going to have you output 1 rocket into there. Rocket and number 1. No. In there. Oh, that's all over the place. Okay, hang on. Let's try and step this down. If you have a 1 equals 1 output 1, mark that there. We're going to and then put that combination there, except we're going to wire you into shotgun shell. Shotgun shell equals 1, and we'll give you 100 belt. Okay, I'm going to change. Oh, it moved! Okay, hang on. We'll change you down to 36. So it's like really fast. So it's like twice as per second. Oh, that's our working combination right there. All this is going to equal our smarts. Okay. So now we're going to work out how to wire it all together. Alright, so you're going to be set to 3,600. You are literally giving us a pulse connection. You don't actually exist. You are wired from there to there. That monstrosity needs to go somewhere. All of that needs to be wired up. And then I've got to work out how to copy and paste this as ideally as possible. Alright, we do have a bit of green wire that goes from... no, it doesn't quite go silo to silo, but it goes most of the silos. And I've still got to work out an on-off switch. I think if I just negate 20 silos, that would probably work. That'll just stop the system cold dead where it is, I think. Okay, so we're going to do some reconfiguration. We're going to get some green wire. I'm going to wire you into there, and actually everything else is... Oh, it's just your in output. Okay, hang on. You into there, you into there, you into there, and you into there. And then it means I remove that bit of red wire, that bit of red wire, that bit of red wire. It's all wired straight into there. Okay, so that's roughly our example. Roughly. Let's go paste this down and see what goes wrong. Okay. Rocket Alley. Just give it a sec and then we'll turn it off. And then we'll see whether we can wire up the new system. Okay. You go away, you go away. You go away, you go away, you go away, you go away, you go away. You would go away as well. There's a robot port in the way. That's going to happen over and over, isn't it? Yep. Okay, back to the drawing board. It didn't last long. So, red wire to red wire, green wire to green wire, red wire to red wire, green wire to green wire. Alright, revision 2.0. Paste. Okay, you're missing that inserter. Three. Copied again with those inserters. Actually, can I copy you? And we're just going to paste you. Copy and paste you there and there, so you're not actually requesting anything. Because that's just going to make my life easier as we go through and replace all these. So, we go to this one, we remove that, that. Oh, and that inserter. Paste. Three of. Three of. So much this crap's gonna end up my inventory. Okay, but the point is, you should be outputting. Oh, and okay, so you've got 2 rockets, you've got 4 rockets, you've still got 4 rockets, but this is all wrong. So that goes away, that goes away, that goes away, that goes away. Oh, that goes well. We paste that on top. We put that down there, set you to 3. We put that down there, set you also to 3. You should be putting out 6 rockets now. That all looks to be fine. I haven't signal controlled the inserters, have I? No. Launch. Rocket launcher. Fire. Oh. Artillery targeting remote. Sure. It's the targeting remote. Fast and settle. Okay. Copy from there to there without those two chests. Create blueprint. 1, 2, 3. Okay, then copy the whole thing again. Run all the way back down there. Get my red wire out so I can hook up all these substations. Substation to substation to substation to substation with all that gone. All that gone, that gone, all of that gone. You gotta go to paste that on there. So we've now got 8, plus we're counting up parts slowly. That goes, oop, no, that one stayed. That goes. I'm going to reset these requests. Copy, paste. Actually, these are all duplicates, so these would be really easy to set up. Paste. You go away, you go away, you go away, you go away. Paste. Hang on, did I set those? Nope. There's definitely going to be some epic failures when we first turn on the system. That goes away, that goes away, that goes away. You're going to do those at a rate of 3. You're going to do those at a rate of 3. Red and green wire. Oh, hang on, you've got 8 silos, nothing else. Haha! Which also means the red wire needs to go between them. You need red wire. You need red wire. You need red wire. You need red wire. And you need green wire. 16 silos. 18 silos. We gotta hook into a halfway substation. Red wire back. You're all set. Thrusters. Three, copy, paste. You've already got a green wire, but you definitely need a red wire. Delete that, delete that, delete that, delete that. Put that on there. Paste that one. Paste that one up to 22 silos. So it just means we need our 23rd silo being the one that outputs space science. The one that outputs space science. Alright. Well, you know what? You know what? We've got this far. This is where we're going to call it for today's episode. You're going to have to come back tomorrow to work out how the hell we're going to put in the 23rd silo that outputs space science, which does have to run along with... Oh, that's right. It's been off for a couple of minutes. There is no space science. Yep. The labs are drying up. Yep. So we're going to have to come back next episode to work out how to get another one of these in, hook the wires from point A to point B together, and then turn on the new system, which still doesn't let us work out how to get a rocket in a 30-second offset. Because at the moment, the only thing that we've been working on up here will do is it'll launch a rocket every minute on the minute. But I need a second system that's going to double confirm that it's ready and the first system's already fired. And then it can launch. Yeah, something like that. Anyway, this is where I'm going to leave it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for watching. Do hope you're enjoying. I'll see you guys tomorrow with hopefully less head smashing against keyboard. But, you know, it's Jetty and Sparts. I expect there'll still be a lot. Anyway, with all that said, I'm out. Thank you guys so much for watching, as I said, and I'll see you guys in tomorrow's episode. All right, bye.